Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric. So we got a Tesla Model Y 2021. What we're going to be doing in this video is going over how to install the 3-piece rear hatch kit with XPEL paint protection film. I got the pattern up there on the weeding board. We got one big piece that's going to go over here. We got a second piece that's going to come along over here past the Tesla emblem. And then we got a U-shaped piece that's going to go on top. Now we do have a seam that's going to be right over here along the fin. I'll be honest, I've never done one of these before, so you guys are going to learn with me. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, so I've got this bottom hatch piece over here. As you can see, we've got pre-cut out over here for the rear license plate. We've got the dual motor emblem pre-cut out as well too. So I'm going to start right here in the middle. I'm going to get this piece down, or this area down I should say. Line that up really nicely, just like so. There we go. Perfect. I do have a speck of dust I have to take out. Using my slip solution. Got it. Okay, now I want to line up the dual motor badge. I've got this main cutout down. I'm gonna get the dual motor badge into place. So I'm just going to peel the film back, get some tack solution behind there, and that's looking really good right there. Okay, there we go. Now, just got some tack solution right there. I'm literally just going to line this all up. It's actually a really precise pattern. Okay, there we go. I've got the pattern, or I've got the I got the dual motor badge down. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take and pull the film back, get a bunch more slip solution in there, and just like that I lifted it up. And now I'm going to get it down again. Okay, what I want to do now, I want to line up this corner over here. So I got a little bit of tack solution right there. Just gonna line that up. Lock that down with my squeegee. So you can see I got this built up film over here. Now it is pretty common for these dual motor badges to be pretty inconsistent on these Teslas. Just from what I've noticed and from what I've heard from talking with other installers in the industry, they're never 100% in the same spot. And so yes, I was able to get this centerpiece down, and I was able to get the dual motor badge down. But when I line this when I line this corner up over here, I got this built up film here. This isn't anything to worry about. I'll show you guys how to get rid of it. So you can take and work that film into place. So I'm just going to get some tack solution in there. And I'm just going to go with my squeegee at an angle, just like so. Actually, I'm going to lift this up a little bit. This will make my life a little bit easier. Oh, looks good. Okay, got that down. Got that, and that lines up really nicely there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the film back. I do have a notch right over here because I added a 1/2 inch wrappable edge for inside the trunk lid there. So I'm just going to pull that down into place, and that's going to get everything to line up really nicely over here. Just like so. Okay, that's good. That's all down. Just give it some tack solution right there. Come on, come on. There we go. Perfect. Now everything else is going to be pretty smooth sailing. I'm just going to pull the film back, get more slip solution behind there. There we go. Now I'm going to get this top corner down. Just like that. I'm going to get this corner down. Okay, now I'm just going to get everything else down. So I'm going to work along this body line because that's going to be a trap for moisture. So I'm just angling my squeegee so I'm pushing all that moisture down. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to do this. Okay, so I've got this middle piece down. It is a little bit awkward to work with just because of all the built-up film that we have to deal with. Just going to try and get as much of the air out of it as I possibly can, just with my hand. Okay, so I want to start on the Tesla badge. So, just gonna pop the film up, some tack solution underneath. Okay, there we go. So the big thing with a pattern like this, where you're dealing with so much curve, is exactly what I'm doing right now. You want to try and get as much air out beforehand as possible. That way, when you squeegee the film down, you're not going to worry about having fingers pop up. So, got that badge down. Now I'm going to come right down to the middle over here. And then I'm going to go up to the very top. Now, I am going to take and pull the film back very carefully. Get a bunch of soap solution in there. And now I'm going to take and stretch it right into this corner over here. You can see the pattern is designed to go right into that corner. Get that with the squeegee. Just like so. Now a big thing is, I want to make sure that this film right over here is feeling like this is where it should be, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Basically, it should feel in its natural position right over here, just running my finger along this fin, and it does. So, what I want to do right now, like I said before, I want to get as much air out from underneath the film as possible. So, I've already done that. Okay, so I've got as much air out from underneath the film as I possibly can. Now I want to try and get the film lined up right over here by the tail light. So just gonna get a bit of tack solution right there. Gonna get that into place. Just like that. Now, I want to make sure that the film is properly lined up around this tail light. So, just gonna get the film back, get some tack solution in there. I'm just gonna lift that film into place. Okay, that's good. Now what I'm gonna do, same thing, I'm feeling right along this fin over here just to make sure that everything feels right, and it does. I'm gonna get this down. Probably should have gotten this fin down in place the very first time, but I'm learning just like everybody else who's watching this video. So I'm just going very lightly with my squeegee, always overlapping my squeegee strokes. Okay, that's all down on this side. Let's do the same thing on the passenger side, or the driver's side, I should say. I think what I'm going to do with this side is on this side is I'm going to get this corner down first before anything else. Just like that. Now, we'll come over here. Get that into place. Now I want to get the air out as much as possible. Same thing, just feeling right along the edge of the film. Everything feels consistent. So I'm just gonna squeegee that down. Tyson, I'm gonna trade spots with you. So overlapping squeegee strokes. Pushing everything out the bottom. There we go. This wrappable edge, I'm gonna let that dry out for a couple hours. Come back a little bit later on to wrap it. I'm just gonna pop this up right over here, along there. That all lines up perfectly. I probably should have looked at that the first time. Didn't, but lucked out. Okay. This middle section is down. Now I'm going to take and do this top section where we're going to have to line up this seam right along the fin. So let's get going on that. All right, so I've got this U-shaped piece laid down on the top of the hatch. Now, like I said in the intro of this video, I've never done one of these before, so I got to think of my game plan on the fly. I had a bit of a game plan what I wanted to do before I had the film on here, but now that I have it on here and I'm maneuvering it around, I think what my game plan is going to be is I'm going to start over here on the passenger side, and I'm going to get the seam nice and tight, probably from here right up until about right over here. And once that's down, I want to take and stretch up and get that down, and then we're going to slowly start working over to the driver's side and do the same thing. So yeah, let's get rocking. So when I'm thinking about just getting my seams nice and tight, I want a ton of slip solution underneath the film. I want that film to be able to glide with relative ease. So what I'm going to do is come over here and slide that film down to the point where it is right up against that seam, just like that. So from here to there is down. I'm just going to squeegee that. This is just slip solution, so I can lift that up with no problems. So actually you can see with me moving it. Actually what I am going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of tack solution there. There we go, that's in place. Now we're going to come over here. Get that down. That's going to work really well. Just use a little bit of tack solution. Now, what I'm trying to do is just with my finger, there we go. That's what I want. Now we're good right till about there. So just a little bit more tack solution. Okay, that's good. That's down. Now, I'm gonna come up over here, get some tack solution in there. Just get that in place. Okay, that's good. Now what I want to do is bring all this solution down. overlapping the squeegee strokes. And then I'm going to push it all out. The bottom, just like that. Gotta make sure I'm not putting too much pressure on the film because it's not locked in place. It's just got slip solution underneath it. So that's looking good. A little bit of tack solution there just to hold that edge. Okay, good. Now I'm going to work my way over here till the middle. Like I did on this middle piece, you want to get as much air out from under the film as possible. So I'll lift the film up. There we go. Okay, that's good. About halfway done. Now I'm just going to take and get all this solution out from underneath. Get a little bit of tack solution in there just to keep those fingers from popping up. Okay, there we go. Now I'm just going to do my slip solution. I'll lift the film up over here and we're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, so bring that. Oh, we got a little bit of something popping up right there on that middle piece. Okay, now a little bit of tack solution. Just gonna line that up, just like so. Nice. Now, I'm gonna lift this up a bit. That's down. All I'm doing right now is I'm using one hand to maneuver the film around, and I'm using my thumb just to temporarily lock it into place. This is such an amazing pattern with how accurate everything feels. Everything's feeling really, really, really good. There we go. Got that ridge is down, or the fin is down, I should say. Now all I'm going to do is just get everything down as close to, it's popping up just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to get this in place. There we go. That's good. Now I'm just going to work the air out from underneath. Overlapping squeegee strokes. There we go. Now I've got this built up film over here. All I'm going to do is get some tack solution underneath it. And just going to hit these fingers all at an angle. Try and disperse this. Try and disperse all this built up film. Okay, now that I've got everything down, all I'm going to do right now is just get this lip tucked in by the glass. And there we go. Okay, this hatch is completely installed. All I'm going to do right now is just dry the moisture, dry the paint off. So yeah, there we go. This video is basically done. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my heat gun yet. I'm going to let this dry out naturally a little bit first, and then I'm going to take my heat gun and come along here and just make sure that everything is down before I send this out the door. But I know a lot of paint protection film installers, they do one big giant bulk piece of film and they stretch the crap out of it from side to side, and it looks really, really cool. Now, we have a Tesla Model 3 coming in a couple weeks for a full wrap. We're going to be doing a bulk hatch on that, so I'll be doing a video of that as well too. But you can get really, really good coverage and protection if you decide to do it yourself, or you decide to get an installer to do it with patterns. Like I said a couple times throughout the video, these patterns are really, really good. They provide perfect coverage, and honestly it's not that hard to do to get this all lined up. So thanks a lot for checking out this video. If you liked it, hit the like button. Leave a comment down below what you thought of it, and stay tuned for more.